So we got a new project that we're going to be building. It's a 1980 Foxbody that we're going to do a budget build with. We're going to try and run 10s in the quarter mile. Doesn't matter if it's high 10s or low 10s, but we're going to try and run 10s on about 5,000 on a budget. So I picked the car up a couple weeks ago, pulled it home on a dolly, and that was on the rear, so we blew one tire out on the way home, but we got it here. Got some money off, let the guy keep the motor and trans that was in it. It was a 5.0 car. So the plan is going to be for a 4.8 that we've got laying around to be going into it. So the body's pretty bad on it. I don't believe, other than the fenders, that there's a spot on the car that doesn't have rust. But this is everything that came with the car when I purchased it. So me going through and cleaning the car out. And most of the stuff, you know, extra taillights, a lot of the stuff's gonna be listed and sold to go toward the budget on building it. But the floor pans, as you can see, somebody just put sheet metal in them. So actually today we got the new floor pans in from LMR. So we've got the new floor pans that are going to be going in it, and that's going to be the first part of the build, is going to be getting it cleaned out and getting the floor pans in. Now I know that we do need like this seat brace and stuff, where the seat bolts in it, because it was all rotted and they didn't change that, so that still has to be ordered. But the goal for this build is going to be running it as it is. We want it to look just as bad as possible, and this is exactly how I bought the car. Somebody had, you know, put some time into it and a little bit of primer. I don't really know. I think there's probably a lot of Bondo. I know that there's clearly some Bondo in here, but somebody had put some time into trying to fix the rust on the car the wrong way. So we're going to go through, and on the inside it's going to get all fixed the right way, but we want the outside to look just like this. And being that this is an Ohio car, the shock towers and everything inside of here is actually very solid. And we do have some rust in here, so that's gonna have to get patched. This side is actually very clean. So everything under here is, you know, it's clean. Windshield's cracked, but you can see over here, the floor panel is completely rusted through. So we've got the new floor pans in, like I said. They're in that box, and most of our parts are going to be coming from LMR, really great company. So now I'm today gonna try and get most of this cleaned out and probably go through and see what we have. I know that there's a full extra set of taillights in here. There is a set on the car already, so a lot of this stuff we're not going to be using. See that we do have all of this kind of stuff. This is for the other side, but all this is going to get put back on. You know, all the trim, any trim pieces I have, I'm going to go ahead and put back on the car. But other than that, you know, as you can see, it's gutted. There's no dash in it. I think the dash is actually, yeah, the dash is right there. So, like I said, most of the stuff is here, but, you know, we're probably not going to be using most of that, because it is going to be getting a 4.8 out of a truck that I already have put in it. So, like I said, we're just going budget as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and put my phone down and just run a time lapse through and start cleaning this thing out. Alright, so most everything out of there. Like Got a brake booster. There's an extra brake booster. And got a dash, wiring harness in the dash, bumper cover, bumper. A lot of this stuff we're not going to be reusing. A couple of drive shafts. You know, just this is all the stuff I'm going to for sure use. And the rest of this I'm just going to inventory in the back room. And if we need it, we have it, but I doubt whether any of this is going to go back in it. But now that everything's out of here, you can better see that, you know, this is just sheet metal that somebody welded in. So the other side doesn't look as bad, but it is bad up at the front. So since we have both of the floor pans, those are going to be installed. So next step's probably going to just be to shop vac this out, and you know, I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff put away, and then come back and shop vac the interior out, and we'll get the floor pans opened and figure out what the next step's going to be to what we have to cut out and replace inside of here. So we'll get back to you. Alright, so yesterday I went and picked up some shelving and got most everything that was in the car put on the shelves to kind of see what we have, and drive shafts and everything that wouldn't fit. I still got this box I gotta go through on the cart over here, but I'll get to that. So today, I'm gonna get the shop vac out, and I'm just gonna shop vac everything out of in here. And I just ordered that support there, so that should be in by hopefully this week. But we're getting close to Christmas now, so I'm not sure if with shipping they're gonna be able to get it to me as quick as the floor pans, but I'm gonna get that. I just picked this shop vac up, so I'm gonna go ahead and test this new one out. But I'll go ahead and get you guys set up and get this thing cleaned out. Alright, so now it's all shop vacked out, and I was in there doing that. This is really bad. Haven't really looked at it that closely yet. And then this side over here, see, there's just, it's all separated. We got a hole back here. So this side, it's starting to rust through right here, but this side and the back, so you got a hole right there, and that big hole, and then big hole right there by the inner. And then back here, there's a hole all the way in the back. You can kind of see from this angle. So really, it's going to need a lot more patching than what I thought. But let's go ahead and get these pans out of the box and get those looked at, and at least see if they're going to go all the way up and cover that spot up in there. So, alright. Get this thing cut open. Hard one-handed. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna pull these out. This is almost impossible to do with one hand. Alright, so here they are out. and they look real nice compared to what we got. So this one is this is the left hand. So this is going to be the driver one. So I'm going to set it in there just to see what it looks like. Alright, so just laying in there, it's sitting on top of the brace for the seats and everything, but it's going to work real nice. It's going to look a lot better. So it's not going to completely cover the hack job that they did up there. So I'm going to see if maybe we can't just patch that up and make it a little bit better than it is. But this is for sure going to be a lot nicer than just that flimsy sheet metal that they used underneath. So next step is going to be to get this brace out for the seats, and we're just going to throw that away because we do have a new one coming, like I said. So go ahead and get this out, and we're going to remove that brace. But I think that's going to be in the next video. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys follow the build.